Center.
I'm Christine Lisi. The Packers will welcome back running back Josh Jacobs from a bruised knee for tomorrow's critical NFC North showdown in Detroit. Receiver Matthew Golden is questionable. Chiefs right guard Trey Smith, tight end Noah Gray, cornerback Chris Rowland-Smith out tomorrow against the Cowboys. Eagles running back Saquon Barkley on the injury report ahead of Friday's game against the Bears with a groin injury. It's been a rough second season in Philly for Barkley. 684 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, and he's only topped 100 yards once this season. Unsportsmanlike co-host Chris Canty.
And until the Eagles can get right with being able to run the football, that offense is going to continue to be uneven. They are a run-first team. When you start talking about the identity of the Philadelphia Eagles, that's who they are. They major in running the football. But your running game is going to be inconsistent if you continue to do the same things and not necessarily get the productivity that you had in the past.
Broncos agreed to extensions with center Luke Wattenberg, 4 years, $48 million, and defensive tackle Malcolm Roach, 3 years, $29 million.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Canty. Coming up Thursday, I'll tell you why what we see on Turkey Day will impact the playoff picture. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
You so. And Mr. Toby Tumpley. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Oh, by the way, I guess it's a hump day. Hit it. Let's go. Not really a hump day, though. I guess by definition, it being a Wednesday, it's a hump day?
It's hump day.
Yes, by definition, yes.
However,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
In practice,
Hump day.
not really.
It's hump day.
Hump day signifies getting over the proverbial hump of the week to the backside of the week, toward the weekend.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Ain't nobody working tomorrow.
Hump day.
Unless if you are.
It's hump day.
And if you are, I wish you first a happy Thanksgiving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Whit Weeks.
Hump day.
Coming clean.
It's hump day.
About time.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Talk about it in a minute.
Hump day.
Lane Kiffin.
It's hump day.
Just the Baton Rouge media who thinks he's going to LSU, right?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
No.
Hump day.
No.
It's hump day.
Everybody does.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Except for like 4 people that cover Florida.
Hump day.
Jamon Bushrod next hour.
It's hump day.
Trey Morgan next hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Not to be confused with Tracy Morgan.
Hump day.
Tracy Morgan is a comedic actor.
It's hump day.
Trey Morgan played baseball at LSU.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
We're talking to the baseball player,
Hump day.
not the comedic actor.
It's hump day.
Russ Mitchell, hour 3.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, we got a lot. Glad you're hanging out with us here. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Go hop in the Wayback Machine with me. Let's go back to the Friday before LSU played Vanderbilt. Doing one of the most chaotic remotes in the history of the show. Was at Garth Brooks's bar, Friends in Low Places, a country band full throat behind us, about 2,000 people there. Not solely for the show, but a big part of it was for the show. A great environment, loved being there. And as we were looking at the LSU availability report, Whit Weeks was questionable. And in the first 30 seconds of that show, I told you he ain't playing. Because what I found out there when we were in Nashville was that Whit Weeks had a fracture. And I told you that he was going to be out a while, and I think the optimistic or the hopeful point of view is that you'd have him back for Alabama. On Tuesday night, Whit Weeks, his first media availability since the injury, disclosed finally what his injury was.
Well, I broke my ankle again, which that's not fun, so it just hurts. And I mean, like, I can't really, like, play football on it because I could hardly even walk for 6 weeks. So that was the issue.
So we'll go a little deeper into all of this with Weeks. You might say, Matt, if you heard it was a fracture, why didn't you say it? It's a good question. It's a fair question. Because I could never get it confirmed exactly what the injury was. I knew he had a fracture, but I didn't know if it was his foot, if it was his ankle, if it was his shin. I didn't know if it was a hairline fracture, how severe it was, if he had surgery, any of those particulars. And for the last 5-6 weeks, there's probably a lot of people at LSU that are sick of hearing me ask about it. But I could never get a coach, a medical staff member, a sports information person, comms person with the athletic department. I couldn't get anybody to confirm it. I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't disclose the injury, and there's HIPAA, and they could do whatever they want. But the point being, there have been a number of people, and I've seen it out there, who have suggested over the last month or so that Whit Weeks quit. He opted out. That Lane Kiffin had ruined him as a football player. I've seen all the, what's the guy who cut his hair? Not Hercules, the guy who cut his hair. Samson and Delilah. That I was like, Samson, they're cutting his hair. Like, no. Play 5, please, if you would.
So we went Ole Miss and then off week. Yeah. Didn't do anything the off week. And then the week of South Carolina, like, I was like, holy cow. Like, I hardly even practiced before that game just because I could hardly even walk on it. But then just kind of sucked it up for that game. But then I remember on Sunday I was, like, taking a shower, and I was like, I can't even stand in the shower. Like, I probably need to go get this checked out. Sure enough, got an MRI on it, and sure enough, it was broken. So
same ankle as the bowl game injury, but a different injury. And God bless you. You might remember the play at the end of the Ole Miss game where he was making a tackle and a player fell on the back of his foot, and that's where the injury happened. And they had the open date after Ole Miss, so he had a chance to sort of like let it rest. Didn't do much South Carolina week, as you heard him say. Played against South Carolina. Played well against South Carolina, actually. The game with Lenore Sellers. But after that is when they got the testing done, realized he had a fracture, and he hasn't played since. So I guess the cautionary tale is don't jump to conclusions, y'all. Sometimes if something don't look right, chances are it ain't right. In any event, I love what Whit Weeks brings to this team. The other really good news, he said he did not need surgery on it and won't need surgery. He said that it was like a clean break right down the middle, and so he won't need surgery. Just when it's healed, it's healed. He was also asked about playing this weekend against Oklahoma's number 7, about what he might do this week.
I mean, I think so. I was able to play 14 snaps last week, hopefully get 30 this weekend. As long as I can move, I'm going to go out there and play.
I think that's so critical for LSU this week, to get what you can from Whit Weeks against Oklahoma. It's interesting when you look at Oklahoma because they are a team that is so very similar to LSU. And it's odd. It's really odd because LSU is sitting here at 7-4. Oklahoma is 9-2. Both teams lost games to Ole Miss. Their other loss was a non-conference against Texas, but they've managed to win some of it. They won a close game at Alabama, 23-21. LSU, remember, held Alabama to 20 points, but struggled to get the offense going. But this is an Ole Miss team, this is an Oklahoma team that statistically looks so much like LSU. They're 75th in passing offense. Oklahoma is 99th in the country in rushing offense. They're 72nd in scoring at 27 points per game. Sound familiar? It's a lot like LSU. The big difference is they are 6th in the country in scoring defense. They've been awesome defensively. LSU, 67th in passing, 123rd in rushing, 105th in scoring. I mean, these are two teams that have really struggled offensively. Their defense has carried them by and large. But Oklahoma's found a way to scratch out a couple more wins than did LSU. So if they lost the rivalry game against Texas when John Mateer maybe came back a little too soon, and they lost that game against Ole Miss. LSU just has a couple more L's. You went on the road and couldn't get it done against Vanderbilt, a game you probably should have won. You fell short in that game on the road at Ole Miss, where you struggled to get off the field and finish drives. Games where you had opportunities to win. That's the difference in the margin. But this is a game where it's going to be a defensive game. You have two really good defenses and two offenses that really struggle a lot. And so, and it's supposed to be wet. The conditions are not supposed to be great. So if you tell me that I'm going to get 30 snaps out of Whit Weeks, who not only is an emotional leader, his high football IQ, guys where they're supposed to be on the field all the time, and just his playmaking ability defensively, I get 30 snaps in a game where you're probably, I'm not going to say it's going to be a running clock, but I think you're going to see both these teams in that environment probably go into a little bit of a shell because they're going to be fearful of making the big mistake to cost them the game. Yeah, man, you give me 30 snaps out of Whit Weeks, that might be half of your defensive snaps. I'd love to see it. So Whit Weeks battling to get back out there. He also said that he plans to get healthy and that the plan is to go play in the bowl game. Has said he's not yet thought about his future after this year, if he's going to go pro or make that decision. So he'll make that at some point. But be great to see Whit Weeks getting out there, running around, making plays for this LSU defense. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Our show open every day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light. Got relatives in town, going to be sitting around the Thanksgiving table tomorrow. If you're not into red wine or whatever it may be, make sure you got plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light, the official beer of the LSU Tigers. Make sure you pick up the LSU cans, the officially licensed LSU cans and the 16-ounce aluminum bottles. They got the Saints cans as well, black cans with the gold fleur-de-lis. They are the official beer of the New Orleans Saints as well. It's Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Speaking of, we will have Taylor Calandro in about 30 minutes from right now. If you need questions, recommendations for your Thanksgiving table, what to have, what to pour in your glass, cocktails to make, any of that good stuff, wine recs, get your questions in for Taylor. Email us, tweet us, text us. We'll get to Taylor here in about 30 minutes from right now. When we come back, there has been this notion that it's just the Baton Rouge media that thinks Lane Kiffin's coming to LSU. Not exactly. I'll tell you what I mean next on AFR.
After Further Review.
Earlier today, big shout out to Harley from River City's 1 Hour Air. Came over to the house. We had an appointment scheduled, 9 o'clock. Actually, we got a call at 7:30 in the morning asking if we were still good. Shout out to Harley Bertrand, who came by the Scone household today, got our preseason heater safety check done, and also, because we've been jockeying back and forth, heater and AC, the AC in our bedroom, the panel, Erica started pushing buttons on it. And she'll acknowledge this. I'm not pointing the finger, but it was her. She just started pushing buttons on it. She screwed some setting up, and so the humidity was like 85% in our bedroom. It was crazy. So Harley came in, redid all the settings, got it working, ship shape, awesome. Totally polite. Was great with Drew as well. I'm telling you, man, they're the best. Big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Trust isn't given. It's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Raising Cane's is our victory meal.
Football fans are some of the most dedicated fans in sports. It's a fundamental quality we share, and that fuels every single order of our hand-battered chicken fingers. Wherever there's football, there's Raising Cane's.
One love. Let's go.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Children's School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith Sean.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Our friends over at Goodwood are going to have their best prices of the year for Black Friday. So check them out, yourgoodwood.com. HRT, you've heard me talk about peptides and a lot of the other things that they offer to help you feel like your younger self. Great opportunity to learn more. yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. If you partake in the interwebs, as many of us do, there has been a healthy back and forth among the Ole Miss, LSU, and Florida fan bases about where Lane Kiffin's going to be. And I think, by and large, Ole Miss fans have they've emotionally accepted what appears to be their reality, that Lane Kiffin will be leaving. They certainly are ticked about how all this has transpired, and I think now have gotten to a point where it's like, hey, just make a decision and get out of here and stop ruining our great season. The LSU and Florida fan bases continue to go back and forth about which is the better job and why Lane Kiffin's going to pick it. And you can have that debate all you want. I mean, both are great jobs, and I think there's merit to both and why you might choose either. I think you all know where I stand and have stood on this until moved off this point, that I believe Lane Kiffin is coming to Baton Rouge. I think this all shifted in the middle part of last week and then became very apparent at the end of last week that Lane Kiffin had chosen LSU. And at the beginning of this week, Florida, as we talked about here, has begun in earnest moving on to other candidates, as it appears very obvious. There are several folks around Gainesville that don't want to acknowledge that. And I know some of the perception has been that It's just the Baton Rouge media that's pumping the Kiffin to LSU noise. Well, I'm glad I ran across this earlier today. So Brett McMurphy, who I think most would deem to be a credible college football reporter, he's been around at a lot of different places, ESPN. He left ESPN, went to the Action Network, and now he's with On3. Well, Brett McMurphy asked 80 college football media members where they think Lane Kiffin will be coaching next year. 59 said LSU, 17 Ole Miss, 5 Florida, 2 the Tennessee Titans, 1 said Alabama, and Scott Van Pelt said no clue. And I think the what's super relevant about this is as you scroll through this list, you realize a few things. For example, there were 5 media members that said Florida. Matt Berry of ESPN was 1. Mike Bianchi of the Orlando Sentinel covers Florida. Chris Doering of the SEC Network played at Florida. Keith Niebuhr, Gators Online on 3, covers Florida. And then Matt Humans from VSiN. I don't know what Matt's. I got somebody talk to Jimmy about his guy. Anyway, the point being, Florida people, I think he's going to Florida. You do have a healthy number that, and if nothing else, I think what that suggests is what we talked about here yesterday. Florida has conceded. They're out of the run. They realize Lane Kiffin is leaning and has chosen LSU. I know you're probably tired of hearing me say it, but it's never done until it is, right? Until the ink is dry on a binding contract and the coach is standing at a podium, it's never done. I've given you plenty of examples over these weeks about how these things change. Heck, things have changed in this. I would have told you 2 weeks ago. Lane Kiffin was going to Florida because it sure was trending that way. And then LSU became earnest in their pursuit of him. Layla Kiffin visited Baton Rouge 2 Mondays ago. And that whole week, everything started to turn toward LSU. And at the end of last week, it was very clear that Lane Kiffin had picked LSU. And I think this reflects that. Now, there is one potential thing that could throw a monkey wrench in here that we'll talk about in a second. But keep in mind, these are, think about the national reporters. Bill Bender of the Sporting News, LSU. Chris Childer, SiriusXM, LSU. Cole Kublik, LSU. Ross Dellinger of Yahoo, LSU. I'm just going to the national ones. Dennis Dodd, LSU. Bud Elliott, LSU. The Bear, Chris Felica, LSU. Bruce Feldman, Paul Feinbaum, by the way. Didn't Feinbaum a couple of weeks ago? Wasn't he the one earlier saying Kiffin's going to Florida? He's now flipped to LSU. Brian Fisher of SI. Pete Futak, College Football News. Pat Forty of SI. LSU. David Hale, Matt Hayes, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, Gus Johnson, LSU, Joel Klatt. Tom Luganbill, Stuart Mandel, Greg McElroy, Pete Nakos, Rick Neuheisel, Kevin DeGandhi, Dari Noka, J.D. Piquel, Chip Patterson. I'm just going for the national ones. Brady Quinn, Adam Rittenberg, Ralph Russo of The Athletic. These are all LSU. Andy Staples, LSU, by the way, played at Florida. Phil Steele, LSU. Paul Stone, LSU. Jenny Taft, Clay Travis, all LSU. Andre Ware? They got Andre Ware's opinion on this as well. Heisman, okay. Ari Wasserman, Dan Wetzel, Adam Zucker, all LSU. Can everybody in the national media who has contacts, could they all be wrong? I'm telling you, the one thing that could flip this, all of this should illustrate to you the thing that I've said. Again, this is no longer just Baton Rouge Matt, who covers LSU, telling you Lane Kiffin is a heavy lean to LSU and is likely. Of the 80 people Brett McMurphy asked, 59 of the 80 said LSU. 5 said Florida. 2 dorks said the Tennessee Titans. Somebody said Alabama. Who said Alabama? Let's see. Tom Fornelli said the Titans. Stephen Godfrey of Phantom Island said Alabama. That feels like whoever the guy is every year at SEC Media Days that picks Vanderbilt to win the SEC. He's done it every year. It's like, let me just throw in a vote that doesn't actually count. It counts, but no one's actually going to pay attention. Let me make a mockery of the process. All that to say, the 17 people that think he goes back to Ole Miss, they're right. That's the one thing. I'm not saying it's going to happen. That's the one thing that could happen. And boy, it would be a really awkward situation if that did happen. But the scenario we played out for you a day ago is the one thing that I think that could throw the whole monkey wrench into this. Ole Miss is going to play Mississippi State on Friday morning at 11 a.m. That game, let's say Ole Miss wins that game. They're favored. Let's say they win it. They all but lock up a berth in the college football playoff. At that point, Ole Miss is going to want Lane Kiffin to leave, if he's leaving, which we all suspect he is. He's had a contract extension on the table. He hadn't signed it. He's leaving. He intends to leave, but he wants to coach his team, the thing we've told you now for 2 weeks. Remember 2 weeks ago when a lot of y'all crapped on me when I said they ain't going to let him coach? Oh, yeah, should let him coach. Hey, that's their best team in forever. I told you they weren't going to let him coach. I wasn't guessing. Anyway, so they want him to leave, but he wants to coach his team. So this is the most fascinating part of this to me, because I'll tell you, of all the things that all of the deep dive into this story from all angles that I've done, one thing that I have not been able to get answered is what Ole Miss does to get Lane Kiffin out, because he don't want to leave because he wants to coach his team. They are not going to let him coach in the playoff. Well, they're not going to fire him, because if they fire him, they'd owe him $36 million. He does not have mitigation in his contract. So you say, well, let him go, because then his buyout's offset by his new contract. No. He does not have a mitigation clause in his contract. So if they fired him, they would owe him $36 million. They're not going to fire him. They want him to just leave. Well, he don't want to leave. So now they're at a standstill. So what do? Suspend him, take leave, whatever? Or does LSU just announce they've hired Lane Kiffin? That's going to be the very interesting thing in how that transpires Saturday. As, remember, Keith Carter, the athletic director, released that statement on Friday and said Coach Kiffin would have an announcement about his future on Saturday. Okay, what's that announcement? Is that LSU announcing they've hired him? I don't suspect it's going to be Lane Kiffin saying he doesn't want to coach his team. I think he wants them to force him out for the optics of it. But that's the one thing that if they can't get that thing going the right way, that could ultimately lead him to stay at Ole Miss to coach this team and ultimately stay there and sign an extension. My goodness, would that be awkward at the Thanksgiving table or the Christmas table in 4 weeks? Because Thanksgiving would have already happened. But overwhelmingly, it ain't just a Baton Rouge media thing. It's an everybody thing. They all think Lane Kiffin's coming to Baton Rouge. You just got to get it across the finish line. Could be an interesting next 48 hours, to say the very least. By the way, if you want Lane Kiffin to be the LSU coach, what you should hope for is that Mississippi State beats the ever-living hell out of them. If Mississippi State beats Ole Miss, that would put their playoff hopes on life support, and everyone over there would be so livid with Lane Kiffin for the distraction that they'd probably just run him out. I don't even think they'd let him fly back to Oxford with the team. He would probably just go from Starkville straight to Baton Rouge. So there, you have your marching orders, LSU fans. If you want Lane Kiffin to be the coach, hope like hell that Mississippi State beats Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl on a Friday morning. All right, we're brought to you by First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com, FirstSouthLand.com. Thinking of buying land? Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. You know, one of the other things that they do really well over at First South Farm Credit, with all of the massive amounts of loan volume that they do, they will also reprice your loan. It's effectively a refinance with a lower rate. So as if interest rates go down, they will take it upon themselves to see if a refinance rate would save you money, and they'll call you and say, hey, I could save you money doing this. Like, they take the initiative to do all of that. A lot of times people, Ben and Tim and the guys over there have told me those stories of people, when they tell them that at closing, say, hey, look, if rates change, whatever, we'll call you. And, oh, yeah, sure, I'm sure you'll call me and tell me that you'll refinance and save me money. And then when they do, they're like, oh, you actually did that. Yes, they do. So they're great to work with. I mean, they've been around since 1916, more than 100 years. It's First South Farm Credit. If you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Go to firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com for First South Farm Credit. All right, y'all, glad you're hanging out with us here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We're going to knock out a break, go around the SEC. Taylor Calandro in 15 minutes from right now. Always appreciate Taylor when he's with us. Get your booze questions in. You know the drill. Email us, tweet us, or text us in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Jamon Bushrod, 45 minutes. Trey Morgan in 1 hour from right now. Russ Mitchell in hour 3. We got a ton to do, and glad you're hanging out with us as we send you into your Thanksgiving holiday. It's AFR.
AFR.
And as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday, maybe with a little bit of downtime, it's a good time to assess what's going on in your business. And you really need to give my friends at Glow Resources a call. If you are tired of hiring people that are unreliable, maybe people are slow to work, they take hours to do jobs that should take 30 minutes. They will find people for you that show up on time, that work hard. I mean, sometimes it just comes down to asking the right questions in the interview process. Like, for example, if you have employees that aren't showing up, cars broken down, maybe they have they're expecting a child, maybe they got an upcoming court date, whatever the case may be. Well, Glow throughout the process will do all the front end screening. Do you have reliable transportation? Do you have any upcoming appointments? Do you meet the physical requirements and capabilities? Do you have the skills required to do the skilled capabilities of this job? It's how you find the right people. Glow Resources is the best. Check them out at glowresources.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builders School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
A coaching carousel is turning. I hesitate to do this. So Alex Golesh, who's the head coach at South Florida, he's one of the G6 names that a lot of people have mentioned. There was a report today from a radio guy up in Arkansas. His name's Trey Schapp, that that Alex Golesh has accepted the head coaching job at Arkansas. Literally nobody else has reported that. It doesn't mean he's wrong, but there's been nothing official from Arkansas, nothing official from South Florida, and none of the national reporters who you would anticipate would have that have reported it, which really gives you pause. Now, Rob Higgins, who's the AD, or I guess he calls him, he's like the CEO of Bulls Athletics, whatever. He's the AD. He tweeted a statement that since Saturday's game, Alex Golesh has been presented with outside opportunities that he's been transparent about with us. He writes, "We were respectful and supportive of the coach and his family and their decision-making process, remain in constant communication, blah, 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 blah." Anyway, so that would indicate that Alex Golesh has been offered a job but has not accepted. The report, again, from Trey Schapp was that Golesh has accepted the Arkansas job, and that does not appear to have happened right now. It's a really good lesson, and you'd rather be right than first. But that does kind of... Listen, here, I'll just give you my read, and this is an opinion. I don't know what Arkansas is doing. I think all the scuttle that everyone's heard up until this point is that Arkansas was planning to hire Ryan Silverfield from Memphis. But I don't know. I don't know what Arkansas is doing. I've never spoken to Alex Golesh. I have no contacts in Tampa. So I don't know. I'm just going to give you my read based on what I think's happening in this cycle. I think Arkansas is looking, going, hey, we're probably not one of the top handful of jobs open right now. When you look at LSU, Florida, Penn State, Ole Miss could very well be coming open if Lane Kiffin leaves, right? So you're Arkansas and you go, hey, we're not as good as those jobs. It probably would benefit us to be super proactive to get a guy now before that pool thins out. For example, I think what Oklahoma State did in getting Eric Morris from North Texas was really smart. Because let's say hypothetically, and again, playing out a hypothetical, let's say hypothetically Kiffin picks LSU. Well, Florida was all in on Lane Kiffin. And Florida, let's say, is not interested in Drinkwitz, or Drinkwitz signs his extension with Missouri, whatever. Well, now where does Florida go next? I mean, maybe they start looking at the Eric Morris, Alex Golesh pool of candidates. If John Sumrall goes to Ole Miss, which seems to be the answer. If Kiffin leaves, all the word I've heard from everybody associated with Ole Miss is that if Lane Kiffin leaves, that John Sumrall would be at the top of their list. Remember, Sumrall was an assistant there back in 2018. Sounds like that would be his preferred landing spot if Ole Miss comes open, but does he wait? There's a lot of complicating factors. Anyway, all that to say, I think Arkansas is trying to be super proactive to get someone now so as not to wait for all the other big jobs to fill, because of LSU and Florida, one or both of those schools isn't going to get Lane Kiffin. Like, what if Kiffin stays and then neither LSU or Florida get him? Well, now both are moving down their list. And so the further down your list you move, you're taking candidates potentially that Arkansas would be interested in. So it's very smart of Oklahoma State to get very early and proactive on Eric Morris to get him now and not wait. I think Arkansas is trying to do the same thing here with Alex Golesh, but it feels like Golesh might be waiting. Because what if Kiffin picks LSU, Florida remains open? What if Florida says, we're not interested in Eli Drinkwitz, we want Summerall, but let's say Summerall picks Ole Miss, pivot to Alex Golesh. That could be the dominoes. Now, I don't know that, by the way. I'm being very clear. I'm not predicting that to happen. I don't know. I'm just playing out the dominoes and how some of these things can be thought. So I think that's why Arkansas is being really proactive, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did offer him the job. I don't know if this report is true, but this report from Trey Schapp is saying that he's accepted. And that kind of feels like maybe Golesh is sitting there willing to wait to say, I could take Arkansas, but what if Florida is interested in me? I'd rather Florida than Arkansas. So what if I wait 4 more days and maybe I have an opportunity to be in Gainesville instead of Fayetteville? Anyway, we'll continue to watch it. So Godspeed, Trey Schapp. This could be really bad for you in the next few days. Or maybe you nailed it. We'll see. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com. Y'all, we're a month away, less than a month away from Christmas. Within the next month, a lot of you gents are going to be getting down on bended knee, popping the question like Muse. Go to Lee Michaels. Get that beautiful diamond engagement ring. Helping Louisiana get engaged for 40 years. 10 locations. Thing I love telling you about Lee Michaels, you always get the Lee Michaels experience. They're never going to be pushy. They're going to make you feel like it's a really special occasion when you're walking in, because it is. Take your time. Try on 1,000 pieces of jewelry if you want. They're never going to pressure you to buy. They're not going to try to upsell you. They want you to find what's perfect for you within your budget that you're going to be happy with. She's going to be thrilled. You're going to be the hero. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. lmfj.com, lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Okay, Taylor Calandro will be here in just a smidge for Bourbon Dictionary. Right now, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Florida Gators.
Richard Johnson over at CBS Sports reported Florida has kick-started, his word, but has since halted a search for a new football general manager amid its head coaching search, acknowledging the possibility that they're waiting on Lane Kiffin's decision. Should he align with the Gators? He might have an idea of who he wants to bring with him. Billy Glasscock is the Ole Miss general manager, and it's my understanding that wherever Lane Kiffin goes, he would want to bring Billy Glasscock with him, so that would be Baton Rouge, Gainesville, or potentially staying in Oxford.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
JUCO cornerback Braxton Urquhart has committed to Kentucky, 6'3", 193. He is out of Butler Community College and picked Kentucky over a bunch of juggernauts: North Alabama, East Tennessee State, UTEP, Colorado State, and more.
The Texas Longhorns.
3-star linebacker Rocky Cummings has flipped from Cal to Texas. He's out of Carlsbad, California, but is heading out to Austin, old 40 acres over there. Let's see, 6'4", 220. That's a big old linebacker. 6'4", 220, the number 37 linebacker in the country.
The Oklahoma Sooners.
And OU has flipped 2026 safety Markel Ford from SMU. He's also a former Texas A&M commit. 6', 190, the number 814 prospect overall, the 78th best safety in the country. All right, there you have it. That is around the SEC. Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Try to get a little kiss off the glass. Missed it. Hey, hormone replacement therapy, other non-pharmaceutical options. Love telling you about the way it's changed my life. Can do the same for you, gents. If you're already on HRT, it's worth switching. Lowest prices, never any contracts, and if not for nothing else, every 6 months when you do your blood labs, they pick up the expense of your blood labs. You don't have to come out of pocket for that, like at a lot of places. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, Taylor Calandro, Bourbon Dictionary next. Stay here.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown. Of course, Watermark is Baton Rouge's premier hotel property. The holidays are upon us. Maybe in the next month you're going to have family members coming to stay. Listen, you don't want the in-laws squabbling at your front door. You don't want Uncle Lewis burning down your tree. Come on. You don't want Art, your father-in-law, having to lock you in the attic because he's got to get out of here to take his back pill. Put him up at Watermark Baton Rouge. It'd be better for everybody. Be better for them, too. My goodness, Watermark is gorgeous. It's Baton Rouge's premier hotel property. You walk in, it is the picture of luxury. All the beautiful marble, the original high-rise building in downtown Baton Rouge, the old Louisiana National Bank building. They maintain so much of the historical integrity of that building while adding modern amenities. It is awesome. Make sure you visit this holiday. Watermark, Baton Rouge.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
My father, J.B. Falgout, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgout.
Raising Cane's is our victory meal.
Football fans are some of the most dedicated fans in sports. It's a fundamental quality we share, and that fuels every single order of our hand-battered chicken fingers. Wherever there's football, there's Raising Cane's.
One love. Let's go.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. They're the gang with the slang.
Keep it 100. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Bourbon Dictionary with Matt Moscona and Taylor Calandro.
I don't understand.
All right, Thanksgiving is mañana. If you need your adult beverages, Taylor's got some suggestions for you. How are you, dude?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Doing really good, man. Excited about tomorrow. Sipping a few old fashions with the fam. Maybe a little red wine with Thanksgiving lunch. A little football. Yeah, man. Going to be a good day. Good day. What are your plans?
Yeah, a little Thanksgiving lunch, a little football, nap, obviously, somewhere in there, if the kids allow. But yeah, staying local, taking it easy-ish. It's fairly relaxed.
Yeah, man. I would imagine pretty good time of year. People start busting out the brown water. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a cooler day. I haven't looked at the weather for tomorrow, but what's new over there?
So every year on Black Friday, Goose Island does Bourbon County, which is barrel-aged stout. So this year we got the regular barrel-aged stout, which is just like their barrel-aged stout. It's one of the originals in the country. And then we got the Cherry Jubilee variant, which is a stout with cherry and a few other things. I haven't tried any of these. We just got them. A praline, which is a stout with pecan and a few other things like praline. And then there's 2 reserve releases that we got. The Heaven Hill double barrel.
Okay.
And we got a stout that was finished in 10-year Parker's Heritage Rye Barrel, which I'm really excited about. I've had other rye barrel-aged stouts, and they tend to be a little different than bourbon barrel-aged. Like, you get a lot of the spice characteristic out of it. I almost feel like some of the rye barrel-aged beer that I've had has a similarity like Coca-Cola in a good way. It's got a really kind of spicy quality that I like. It's not super flat. Sometimes I feel like barrel-aged stouts can be a little too much and flat. I find a little crispness and spiciness in those. They're pricey, but they're hard to get too. So we'll be releasing those on Friday.
Okay. All right, let's get some questions. You want to ask Taylor a question? Cocktails, what to sip on, wine, whatever for Thanksgiving. Here's your shot. Email us, tweet us, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Jonathan said, hey, Taylor, what's the best beer to go with dark meat turkey?
Dark meat? Man, it's probably going to get heat for this, but I like drinking like a good amber with turkey, like an Abita amber or something like that, or like a Parish South Coast if you can find one of those. Something like that. Even like a Marzen-style German type thing. I like that with turkey.
Ooh, I do like the idea of a Marzen. That's a good idea. All right, let's see. Ask Taylor, best bourbon to drink while watching Thanksgiving football. It's from Nick.
Best bourbon to drink. Well, we just got some new releases from Foursquare, and I tried one of them. It's a Pierre Ferrand finished bourbon, and it is fantastic. I would suggest something like that, something a little higher dollar that you can just sip on.
Greg Lehman asked Taylor, when Kiffin stiffs us, what's your recommended bourbon to sip on and drown our collective sorrows?
We're just going to drink hot toddies when he comes here. That's all we're going to do.
You know, if Lane Kiffin doesn't end up the LSU coach, I just hope it. I think they've settled on Eli Drinkwitz as their backup plan, but I would love John Summerall. I almost rather Summerall over Kiffin, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Drink's not going to Florida?
I think they're in the same situation that LSU is, in that nobody really wants Drinkwitz. Not denying that he's a good coach, but it's the perception and also the dollar amount, man. He makes $9 million at Missouri. Are you really going to pay that man $10, $11 million a year? That's the hurdle that I think a lot of people are trying to get over.
Yeah, I don't. I've got an opinion. I don't really want to share it on the radio, though.
That's all right. Wayne said, ask Taylor, I mix my bourbon. Any other ideas to use besides Coke?
Wait, what did he say?
He says he mixes it. So he does like bourbon and Coke. What should he do?
I said he mixed it.
Mix. What should he do aside? No, M-I-X. What should he do aside from Coke?
Anything but Coke. What? I'm not a big mixer, so
yeah.
If I do mix, it's usually in the summer, and it's usually with like Jameson. I'll do like ginger ale. But I'm not a big mixer, and I'm not trying to sound snobby or anything. I just like whiskey the way it is.
Yeah, same.
So,
but if you want to make a whiskey cocktail, make a cocktail instead of using Coke. Make you an old fashioned, man.
Yeah, sure. I mean, something. If you like whiskey and Coke, find a cocktail that's going to be a little sweeter. Like an old-fashioned will be, but there's a bunch of whiskey cocktails out there that's going to be on the sweeter side.
Taylor Calandro, Wine and Spirits Director over at Calandro's. Hey, man, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Same to you, Matt. Enjoy it.
All right, man. Be well. We're brought to you by Parish Restoration, parishrestoration.com. Kill mold, remove odor, Parish Restoration. They're the best. Parishrestoration.com. They'll come spray their patented non-toxic dry fog treatment. You need a better form of remediation that's going to be more effective, more cost-effective, safer. Remember, non-toxic, safe for your family, for your pets, for your plants. They'll come in, they'll spray, they'll close up all the windows and doors, they'll let the fog dwell, it'll kill everything down to the spores. As soon as it dissipates, you're back in, free, clear, clean smelling, Parish Restoration. Go to the website, parishrestoration.com. Just fill out the form on the homepage, parishrestoration.com. All right, we do have an update from Saints practice. Jamon Bushrod in 20 minutes and more on the coaching carousel. Lincoln Riley speaks out.
AFR.
Lincoln Riley speaks out. Okay, we're heading into the holidays. I want to remind you about Arco Power Systems, arco.com, arco.com. This is for you business owners. If you're a business owner, you have a commercial or industrial facility, what happens, think of it this way, when the power goes out? I'm not just talking about for storms. Hurricanes, name storms. Think about last year in January when the snow came. We had snow days and the power goes out. Or when the ice storm came a few years ago. Or just because it's Louisiana and sometimes there's a stiff breeze and power goes out. What happens to your business when you lose power? For so many businesses, that's not an option. Being offline is not an option. Arco Power Systems has been here for 40 years for you. Arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. A-R-C-C-O, arco.com. This is Generac Industrial Energy, arco.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Attention diesel mechanics. River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email LockeMeredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. This just in, center Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement and rejoining the Lions should provide a boost for the team's offensive line. His first game back, likely December 14th against the Rams. The 29-year-old announced his retirement back in June. Chiefs ruled out a trio of key contributors for their Thanksgiving Day game against the Cowboys. Right guard Trey Smith, tight end Noah Gray, cornerback Chris Rowland Wallace. Dallas receiver George Pickens, limited in one practice during this short week with knee and calf issues, is set to play, and he's part of the big matchup for tomorrow's game, explains ESPN NFL analyst Jeff Saturday.
At some point, you got to stop explosive plays on the back end, and whether it's CeeDee Lamb, whether it's Pickens, whether it's Ferguson, Dak Prescott is putting the ball on these guys, and it's yards after catch. Can they do that? Can they limit that? Because defense wins championships, and we're getting into championship time. That's just the reality of what it is.
Chiefs 10th in the AFC, Cowboys 10th in the NFC. Falcons receiver Drake London likely out a second straight game Sunday against the Jets due to a PCL strain in his left knee.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Thursday, I'll tell you why what we see on Turkey Day will impact the playoff picture. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt.
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You sir. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. We are live from the Raising Cane studio in downtown Baton Rouge. One love. Woo, woo. Muse, I dare ask, but I think I know the answer.
What are you going to ask?
Kiffin Watch, day 76. Let's go. Kiffin Watch. Yeah!
Look, man, I said I'd have it today.
Forgive me for doubting you, Muse. You say a lot of things and you don't come through.
That's not true.
That is very true. You didn't have Kiffin Watch yesterday. Kiffin Watch. So good. Who's saying Kiffin?
You.
Oh, that's me?
That is actually you from yesterday.
Oh, let me hear it. Let me hear it again. Kiffin Watch.
I had to,
Panda Watch is so good. Kiffin Watch.
Says Kiffin Watch.
So good. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I did it a couple different ways, but that sounded the best. Like I took out Brian Fantana completely and just had you saying Kiffin Watch, but it wasn't as good.
You want the cut of
yeah.
For sure. You want it to sound as chopped up as possible.
Yes.
That was good. Thanks, Muse. We should have had it yesterday, you chump. I'm just kidding. Love you, Muse. Chris Olave left practice early today. Got that update over at LouisianaSports.net from our guy Ross Jackson. Because, of course he did. I hate the Saints so much. I mean, I love them, but I hate them. Mike Triplett had the tweet, unspecified issue during the portion of the practice open to the media. Ellen is going to speak with reporters later.
Ellen Moore.
And I guess we'll find out what's up there. But Saints are going to go take on Miami. They traded Rashid Shaheed. They cut Brandon Cooks, who, by the way, signed with the Bills yesterday. So good on Brandon Cooks. Has an opportunity to win something. I don't know, something. Although Buffalo kind of stinks now. Not really stinks, but they're whatever. We're going to talk to Jamon Bushrod here in 11 minutes. Maybe he can make me feel better about all this. Probably won't. We'll let him try. Former Saint great. Super Bowl champion. Bushrod will be here in 11 minutes. As we're all locked into Kiffin Watch. Kiffin Watch. The rest of the coaching carousel continues spinning. I don't know, man. There's some idiots who keep talking about like Lincoln Riley leaving USC so naturally because people talk about it and speculate on it. People ask coaches about it. So somebody asked Lincoln Riley if he plans to be at USC next season. Here was Lincoln Riley's response.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I said before, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So, yeah, I think nothing other than what we're building, literally. And I love being here. And, yeah, that's really the end of it.
Okay. Muse, what do we classify that as?
So I went back and forth on this one a little bit, but I settled on denial.
That's a denial. I mean, the question was, do you plan to be at USC next season? Play the answer.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%?
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah. Yeah. I plan to be at USC. Yes. So, Lincoln Riley, Dan Lanning have given us denials. So, okay, good. The other interesting tidbit involves Elia Drinkwitz. So just about, this is so interesting. Like, Eli Drinkwitz is basically everyone's bridesmaid. Nobody wants him, but he's everybody's backup plan. And if they end up not getting their first choice and have to go to the backup plan, they're probably like just going to go home alone from the reception instead of going home with her. Which is not a great feeling. But Ross Dellinger had this report last evening that the Missouri Board of Curators are meeting on Wednesday to authorize the university to move forward with a proposed but not finalized contract for Eli Drinkwitz. Ross notes there are several more steps in the process. No announcement is imminent. So here's the really interesting thing that Mizzou has done here. Everything in life has a price. It doesn't matter what you're buying. If you're buying a car, if you're buying a jacket, if you're buying a steak dinner, everything has a price that you're willing to pay. You may want something, you just may not want it at that price. For example, you may really, really love to buy a beautiful sport coat, like a cashmere jacket that's it's soft and it fits you great and you love it. You love the way it looks, it feels, all of it. And it's $3,000. And so you have to decide, do I love it that much? Like if that was $800, I might be more in line with it. $3,000, I'll put it back on the rack. I think that's where everybody is with Eli Drinkwitz. We can all acknowledge he's a good football coach. He won at App State. He's won a bunch of games at Missouri. Good offensive coach. He's made Missouri relevant. I mean, the program that bottomed out under Barry Odom has become relevant under Eli Drinkwitz. But there's also enough questions there. 1-9 against top 10 teams, 6-16 against ranked opponents, the absolute hot garbage of a non-conference schedule that artificially inflates his win total. All of that makes you go, is he really worth $10 million a year? Because Drink is making $9 million a year right now at Mizzou with escalators that through the rest of his contract, which runs through 2029, are going to bump him up to 9.25, then 9.5. So if you're going to try to hire Eli Drinkwitz away from Missouri, you're going to pay him $10 million a year with escalators. Is Eli Drinkwitz really worth $10 million a year? I mean, Eli Drinkwitz is that restaurant you go eat at that you like it. It's good. Ambiance is good. Food's good. You get the bill, and you and your wife ate for $200, and you're going, $200 for that? I mean, it's good, but not $200 good. That's Eli Drinkwitz. If you told me LSU could hire Eli Drinkwitz for $4 or $5 million a year and invest a whole bunch of capital in staff and roster and everything else, okay. That's more palatable. $10 million? Enjoy Como. I think what has happened is that Eli Drinkwitz has just flat priced himself out of the market. He has not done enough to warrant being a $10 million a year coach. And if Missouri wants to keep him there and extend him and pay him, he's just going to end up being there for a long time, kind of like Mark Stoops at Kentucky. You just haven't won enough to justify someone paying you what it's going to take to get you out of your current spot and elevate. You see it with coordinators. You pay a coordinator $2.5 million. It's going to take a program hiring that coordinator to be a head coach that's willing to pay them Power 4 head coach money to get him away. Because you're LSU, you pay Blake Baker $2.5 million a year, you're also playing a little defense. Because there's no G5 school, G6 school that's going to come in and pay Blake Baker more than that. So it's got to be a Power 4 school that's willing to invest heavily into making a coordinator a head coach. And it happens. Dan Lanning got the Oregon job. Marcus Freeman was elevated at Notre Dame. It happens. It's just rarer. I think that's what's happening with Drink. All right, y'all, it's after further review. Tell you what's never a bad dining experience and always worth it is Supper Club. Speaking of, y'all, get your reservation. SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com. I tell you all the time. You want to go order that, you want to go balling, you want to go order a $10,000 bottle of wine, they got it. You want to go order a $250 steak that you can only get at 2 restaurants in the United States of America, they got it. You want to go order king crabs from the boats from the deadliest catch, they got it. The Alaskan king crab legs, they got it. All at Supper Club. You want to go have the best piece of Chilean sea bass you'll ever eat in your life? You want to go have that veal parm that I dream about? You want to go have a gorgeous prime steak and pay the same as you would at any other fine dining restaurant? You could do that. But nothing will match the experience of dining at Supper Club. SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com. Get your reservations today at Supper Club, SupperClubBTR.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. When we come back, former St. Jamon Bushrod, Trey Morgan, bottom of this hour, Russ Mitchell next hour. Lock, loaded, ton to do. Hump Day edition of AFR as we head into the Thanksgiving weekend, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
AFR.
Yeah. Friday morning. The family scone will be at Clegg's Nursery. Getting the Griswold family Christmas tree. Not cutting it out of the ground with a saw or digging it out of the ground with our hands. Clegg's took care of that. We're just going to bebop right on down the road to Sieg and Lane. Go see Miss Teresa and Chris and the whole gang over at Clegg's. Awesome people. We get to see them every year on Black Friday. Go pick out our Christmas tree. And then Erica will turn our home into Santa's workshop. Basically, our house becomes the North Pole. Told you for years. Erica's hall pass would be Santa Claus. Not really. But we love Christmas at our house. Clegg's is always a huge part of that. They've got amazing selection of Christmas trees at all 4 locations. Sieg Air Airline, LA 16 in Dedham, Mid-City on Donmore, Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Buy local, shop local. Go get your Christmas trees at Clegg's Nursery.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builders School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
Raising Cane's is our victory meal.
Football fans are some of the most dedicated fans in sports. It's a fundamental quality we share, and that fuels every single order of our hand-battered chicken fingers. Wherever there's football, there's Raising Cane's.
One love. Let's go.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Attention diesel mechanics, River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Who dat say they're gonna beat them Saints? Let's head behind enemy lines to preview this week's matchup.
I don't like that at all. I don't like the way that sounds. And Jamon Bushrod was drafted by the Saints out of Towson. He's a two-time Pro Bowler. Won a Super Bowl with the Saints. I understand he played for the Dolphins. He does Dolphins radio now as well, but I don't like the whole behind enemy lines thing with Jamon. Good enough to join us now, former Saint and Dolphin. Jamon Bushrod joins the show. Jamon, we appreciate the time, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Any uneasy feelings, like split allegiances here? Two former teams. The Dolphins kind of sign a paycheck for you now, but you want you want a Lombardi. Doesn't that trump it? Doesn't it a little bit?
Oh, it absolutely, it definitely trumps it. Listen, I played a lot of football. I played a lot of football down here in Louisiana, and we had a great ride. But I did have 2 good years in Miami. But listen, I retired as a Saint, started out here. Ended my career in New Orleans, so, this place holds a special place in my heart, and honestly, I'm here in Louisiana right now, so that's how you know how I feel about this place.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Hey, this is, look, man, it's been a miserable year, right? And everybody knows they're going through a rebuild, but if you would, take us into the locker room and what it's like going to work every day when you're sitting there, 2-9, and it kind of feels, Jamon, like you're not playing for the playoffs or anything like that. How do you get up and get motivated every day?
It's a tough situation, honestly. Really for both teams. The Dolphins are on a little bit of a roll. They act like they want to, change their season a little bit, kind of change that trajectory. But to be sitting in the locker room at 2-9, fortunately, I can say I've never been in that situation, but really having relationships with people around that organization. The thing you really worry about is just team morale and how the guys are getting along with each other, and if there's energy at practice and the locker room feels good. But, the vibe and the sense that I get, just having a couple conversations is that the guys are still locked in. And I think that just goes to show the type of players that they have. It's just unfortunate that, they're not able to show up in the win column a little bit more. And, with this season, it's like we've been really plagued by injuries over the last few years, but then this year we are relatively healthy at this point in the season, and it's just not translating into the W's that you want to see. But, at the end of the day, man, it's really about your leadership. It's really about your captains and what is the message every single day that you're getting from the head coach on down, and how you approach your work. It can be difficult being 2-9. I've been a part of a few losing seasons, and with good organizations and bad organizations, and I just say that it can be a drag, and I don't feel like it is a drag here in New Orleans, and I just think that's a testament to the type of player that they bring in.
Yeah. Let me ask you, talk about the type of player they bring in. Let me ask you about the rookie first-round pick, guy who's man on the spot you did there at left tackle. Let me ask you about Kelvin Banks. What have been your impressions so far through really the first half of his rookie year? I'm
impressed with the kid, to be honest with you. As a young player coming in and just being thrown into that starting spot, paired, with big, paired along, side Big Fuaga, kind of anchoring the edges of that line. It's, I think, kind of hats off to what he's been doing this year. He's had quite a test come training camp. You got to deal with a specimen like Chase Young every single day in camp, and he's held his own. And then you see him get out here and he's competing his behind off. He's playing well. He's doing a solid job of, trying to get that protection to the quarterback's backside. I think he's been doing a really good job. So if he can just continue to keep staying on the field, keep growing, I do feel like this first-round pick has really paid off so far. But, it's always about growth. We can't be the same year after year. Can't be the same first half of the season compared to the second half of the season. We have to continue to keep moving up. And I think he's a young player with a good head on his shoulders. And, I think that, obviously you got to build from the line out. And I think they picked the right person right there, and he's doing a fine job.
Let me follow up there. You were drafted in 2007, but you didn't become the starter at left tackle until your third year, the Super Bowl year. How much did those first 2 years maybe benefit you as you talk about just sort of incremental growth for these young guys?
I'll tell you. I'm thankful back then that we were really healthy, because if I would have got thrown out there in 2007, I probably wouldn't. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm a very self-aware person. I probably wouldn't have had the career that I had if I was thrown out there too early, being a fourth-round pick out of Towson. I didn't think I was ready, but as 2008 rolled around, I felt like I was getting my body physically in a place, getting my mind mentally in a place that I can go out there and compete. In 2009, I was itching. I was scratching to get out there then. And, unfortunately that year, a good friend of mine, Jamal Brown, did get hurt on my birthday in Houston while we were practicing against the Texans. And heck of a birthday present. Now you got to deal with Mario Williams. So at the end of the day, it's like that's how my journey in the league was. I'm fortunate for that opportunity. It was unfortunate for him, a friend. But, that's the league. And when your number's called, when your time is there, you got to, really take advantage of that opportunity. And, once I did, I didn't look back. I had that taste of being a starting left tackle, and I wanted that feeling, and I wanted to continue to keep getting better year after year. And, I felt like we did a fine job of doing that, throughout my career.
Jamon Bushrod is our guest. And let me ask you about the Dolphins. I know you do some work with Miami. It's 4-7 football team. So they're trying to turn it around, which they are. They've scratched out a few wins here and there. How do you think this Miami team matches up against New Orleans? Maybe a better way to ask it, Jamon. What do you think is the key matchup of this game on Sunday?
That's a really good question now, because if we'd have had this conversation 4 or 5 weeks ago, I would have told you run the ball until they stop you. But that defensive line over there have done a much better job on that side of the ball on first and second down of really stopping that run. They're playing a lot more competitive, especially on that defensive side of the ball. Offensively, they can find their rhythm. It's really all about that quarterback. I'll be honest with you. That's both teams. Let's be honest here. It's really all about the quarterback position. Tua is a guy who's really accurate. You let him get on the roll, it can be a long day. So, if you're able to put some pressure on him, move him out his spot. Once he's a little bit uncomfortable, I mean, listen, I cover that team. I'm an analyst on the radio there for them, and so I watch every single play, every single snap a couple of times, So I know exactly, kind of what they're good at, what they're not. They have a really special running back. He really, and I say it on the radio a lot, he really reminds me a lot of Darren Sproles. Maybe have a little bit more speed, but he's very dynamic, and he's someone that they put in the backfield, they line him up at receiver, they move him all over the place. He's a guy that you got to know where he's at. So to me, it's the Saints defense versus Devon Achane. And then when you flip that around, it's how are you going to try to get around and pressure Tua Tagovailoa? Because if you let him get on a roll, he does have really good accuracy. So it's just about making him uncomfortable back there, to be honest with you. Listen, man, you're talking to an offensive lineman. It always starts in the trenches. Yeah. It always starts in the trenches. So I think it's going to be a fun game, man. I remember the last time the Saints came down to Miami. It was a hell of a game.
Achane's coming off a couple of back-to-back 100-yard games, 174 against the Bills, 120 against Washington. They are coming off the bye. I know when you all were with Sean Payton, he kind of made that change where they would just let everybody go for the week, and you all became so good, like never lost coming off the bye. How do you think Miami fares with having had the overseas trip and then having the bye week right now, where they are heading into this game against New Orleans?
Well, it can be looked at a couple different ways because they have a little momentum. You beat a strong Bills team, a division opponent, and then you go over to Spain and you're able to take care of Washington. I mean, and they barely got by in Washington. There was a couple of coaching calls towards the end of that game that I didn't really agree with. So I really felt like they made their job that much harder to pull out a W. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. And, when you go over there and you get that dub and then you come back and you got a bye week, it's like, does it slow your momentum down or does it give you the juice and the opportunity to get a couple missing pieces back? And I think, that's what the Dolphins really kind of have right now is the opportunity to get a couple of linemen that was on IR. They have an opportunity to get a couple other pieces as well. You're talking about Darren Waller, kind of understanding where his status was. That was Tua Tagovailoa's really hot target in early part of the season before he got hurt and got put on IR. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to get any pieces back and if they're able to, because with that team, with that Dolphins team, you just don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes the game plan looks so smooth. They look in sync. They're playing in phase in all three phases of the game. And then sometimes they just look like they're a little confused out there. I'll just be honest with you, because the thing about Mike McDaniel, he does a great job of putting these guys in position, but then I think sometimes he does a great job of maybe slowing this offense down a little bit. Now, whether that's communication from head coach to quarterback to the rest of the team, those were some of the issues that was really kind of hindering or holding them back early on in the season. So when they're able to clean that up and the game seems and feels a lot cleaner, that team rolls a lot better. So, it just all really depends on which Miami Dolphins team you're going to get come Sunday.
He is Jamon Bushrod. You can be wearing that Super Bowl ring on Sunday?
I might have to bring that out, man, because it's funny. I talk about that game, that 2009 game, and how, significant it was. Listen, I bleed black and gold, but, the Dolphins give me an opportunity to get on the radio and talk ball, so I'm very fortunate about that. I might have to bring that out, though. I have to hide it, put it in my pocket.
Hey, man, the regular season game in Miami against the Dolphins was a hell of a comeback that year. And then obviously the Super Bowl was in Miami. Man, you got a lot of great memories down there. So wear that thing with pride, man.
Of course.
Show them what's up. Former Saint great Jamon Bushrod. Hey, man, we appreciate the time and the visit. Thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
I appreciate it, and same to you and yours, man. Have a happy Thanksgiving through that nation.
Who dat? That's Jamon Bushrod. We appreciate it. Good chat. We appreciate his time. Great perspective as well. I love the perspective on Kelvin Banks and then talking about how he really hit that sort of parabolic run-up in year 3. Be interesting to watch Banks continue to develop. Saints and Dolphins Sunday in Miami. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020, 924-2020. Call 924-2020 or go to williamsoneye.com, williamsoneye.com for the Williamson Eye Center. Hey, look, as we move toward the end of the year, maybe giving the gift of sight, perfect vision, is the best gift you can give someone or yourself. Hey, they have gift certificates available. Like if you want to give someone LASIK for Christmas, they can do the whole thing where they have a gift card that print for you. You could give the whole presentation on Christmas morning, whatever it may be. Or maybe it's for yourself. Maybe get those HSA or FSA funds. Don't let them expire at the end of the year. Our friends over at the Williamson Eye Center, Dr. Blake Williamson, every single day he gets to change people's lives by giving you the gift of sight. Stop fooling around with contacts and glasses. Just see. 924-2020 or williamsoneye.com. Okay, quick break. When we come back, excited about this, man. Former Tiger great Trey Morgan. Got a really cool thing he's going to be doing here in town coming up. So we'll talk a little ball with Trey Morgan and see what he's got going on as the holidays are coming up. We're looking forward to that. Russ Mitchell in 45 minutes from right now. Don't you move. It's AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
After further review.
Still have some time to register for Gordon's bike giveaway. Go to gordonsbikes.com, gordonsbikes.com, gordonsbikes.com. It's Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, of course, every year around the holidays. Gordon's big philanthropic program, his big give back, is the bicycle giveaway. Gordon gives 600 bicycles to less fortunate children around the state of Louisiana. As a matter of fact, on December the 11th, we'll be doing AFR from Gordon's office on the bike giveaway day. Can't wait for that. That's going to be really special to be a very small part of that day, to see so many young people, the thrill, the smiles they'll have getting that brand new bicycle. You can remember that when you were a kid, but just another way that Gordon gives back to the communities that he serves. So, of course, we say it all the time. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon and get it done. Go to getgordon.com, 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 or call 888-8888 for Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon and get it done.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Runners take their lead first and second. Kyles, the 2-0, and Morgan drills this one high and deep to right field. Into the diamond deck. How about a single, a double, a triple, and a 3-run homer by Trey Morgan in order. Wow. On this Tuesday afternoon. Have a day, Trey.
Is that good? That seems pretty good. A guy who's been making a mockery of baseball his entire life, treating it like he's a cheat code. Former Tiger great, won a minor league gold glove this year as well. Very pleased to welcome Trey Morgan to the show. Yo, man, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Is baseball easy for you?
That's funny. No, not at all. Not even in the slightest.
I don't believe you, man. I mean, I was looking it up. In the minors, you know your cumulative batting average in the minor leagues? Do you know what it is?
I don't. What you got? What is it?
You're hitting 301 in the minors.
Really? It was probably higher before this year. AAA kind of got to me a little bit.
Yeah, you made a mockery out of high A. You hit 371 in high A. Like, were you just sitting there going into the box every time in high A being like, this feels like wiffle ball in my backyard?
I'm going to tell you, like, when the game was done in high A, if I didn't get at least 2 hits, it was like a bad day. Like, I got into that kind of rhythm. It was like I was walking up there expecting to get 2 hits again.
Hey,
yeah, definitely.
Did like what would you say? I like to always get the perspective on this. What would you say is the comp for like a Friday? Because you've been through all the levels of the minors now in AAA. But what would you say is a comp for like a Friday in the SEC?
A Friday? Okay, so I say you don't start facing SEC level guys until you get to Double A.
Okay.
Now you'll get some dudes like that in high A, definitely, but like few and far between like that. But that's the thing. Once you hit Double A, every single pitcher is a Friday night guy. Like, because that's really what it is. I mean, when you think about the draft and how they handpick every best pitcher, it's Friday night guys over and over again. So, yeah, you face a Friday night guy pretty much every night.
Man, we always run through, like throughout the season, we'll always keep up with all the guys in the minors and, you know, how everybody's going along. And it's got to feel like you're kind of, you know, you're knocking on the door of the show. You have to have that as a goal. I mean, I'm sure you do. But for you, what does that path look like realistically for you?
Definitely. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm there knocking on the door, and that's kind of where I lost it a little bit this year, right? I kind of saw, you know how when you're running and you see the finish line, so you can't really, like, nothing else matters. You just can't wait to get to that finish line. Like, I saw it. You know, I was right there, and I kind of lost track of where my feet were. You know, I lost track of how much I just enjoyed showing up and playing baseball every single day. It turned into, oh, am I going to do enough today to get called up? And I feel like that was one of the worst ways of thinking for me. And that's why AAA was a little bit more complicated for me for a little bit. But then once I started realizing, you know, I got to be where my feet are, that's when I started enjoying it a little bit more.
Are you, Trey Morgan's our guest. I know you played some left field and some first base. Is there a spot that you prefer, or maybe another way to ask even is that you think is a clearer path to get to the show?
No, I mean, I think it's a clearer path that I play both. It definitely helps that I do that. And if you're asking which one I prefer to play, it depends on how I'm thinking, you know? Because obviously I feel like I can change the game at first base. But when I go to the outfield, I enjoy it a little bit more because, like, subconsciously I know that I'm not as good in left as I am at first, so I kind of try to challenge myself a little bit more. But I don't know. I mean, when I look at the lineup card and see first base, I I feel pretty comfortable, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man. It turns out you're pretty good at that whole thing. They gave you a gold glove for being really good at there. Trey Morgan is our guest. By the way, Baseball Skills Clinic is coming up here next month, December 22nd and 23rd, there at LaSalle Park in Metairie. We'll make sure that we send everybody to the right place, Trey. But for those who are interested, who is the Skills Clinic for?
The Skills Clinic is for ages 6 to 13. I mean, it's anybody who's trying to kind of get a grasp on maybe you don't know what drills to do to get better. Like you're sending your kids to these instructors and they're all given different drills, different ideas, different recommendations. And I feel like the group of coaches that we have gathering there, we're going to have some former D1 players, current D1 players, some professional players out there also. And it's just there's no right way to get it done per se, but there is a wrong way. And we're going to make sure that we are going to be teaching one of the right ways to get there, whether it be pitching, hitting, and fielding. All of that will be covered at the Skills Clinic and also base running.
December 22nd and 23rd. So a great time of year. Obviously, also kids will be out of school leading up to Christmas. Parents looking to get the kids out of their hair for a few hours, 9 to noon, December 22nd, 23rd at LaSalle Park in Metairie. Where do people go to if they want to sign up their kiddos?
Yes, there's a link in my bio on Instagram. My Instagram username is just my name, Trey Morgan, TREMORGANN. And I have kind of the flyer posted. I post it every other day, really. But the easiest way to sign up is to go to that link in my bio.
Okay, we'll make sure we share it on all of our station socials as well. By the way, why do you have 2 N's in Morgan on your Instagram?
Because I tried to get just Morgan, and somebody took it.
Hate that.
I didn't want to change it. I had to just add another N.
It sounds like Trey Morgan might actually be a common name.
I guess.
Maybe so. But what is not common is like winning a gold glove and making a mockery out of baseball, which you've basically been doing your whole life, making it look so easy. By the way, do you get a chance to I know during season it's probably tough. Like, did you get a chance to watch the Tigers this past year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm always keeping up with them. It's nice because their season starts during spring training. So it's like we go do our whole spring training thing in the morning/afternoons, and by the time I get home, I get to watch some baseball. It also worked out really cool last year that we played in Omaha while LSU was obviously chasing another national championship in Omaha. So I was able to go to one of the games against UCLA, and then I was also able to celebrate with them after they won, which was awesome. I mean, it was so great to be able to be out there and kind of experience that again from a different point of view. Was it better celebrating as a player when you won it in 23 or as an alum when maybe you could let your hair down a little more in 25? I'd say it was better experiencing it as an alum just off of I didn't feel any stress. You know, like when I was playing, sitting in that locker room, every game, especially after we lost the first one, every game was our last, like could be our last game. So that was very stressful. But when I was sitting there this year just watching them play, like, yeah, I was on the edge of my seat every game, but it wasn't my season on the line, you know? Paul Skeens or Cade Anderson, who would be harder to face? Man, who would be harder to face? See, the only reason that I know where you're going. The only reason that it's close is because Cade's left-handed. Mm-hmm. That's the only, and a good lefty, facing a good lefty is definitely harder than facing a good righty. But Skeens isn't a good righty. Skeens is an insane righty. He's one of the best of all time. So the only reason it's close is because Cade's left-handed, but I got to go with facing Skeens would definitely. I don't know. It kind of sounded like you said that Cade Anderson's better than Paul Skeens. I think that's what Trey Morgan said. Let's clip that. I didn't even tread over that. I didn't even come close. Oh, man.
By the way, like, what was it like for you as his teammate, a guy who saw him come in from Air Force to watch him win the Cy Young this year?
I mean, it's just, I knew day one when I walked into the locker room and just saw how he goes about his business, how serious he takes it. Because the way I do it, you know, I'm not going to say that I'm very laid back, but I'm kind of like a, you know, go with the flow, show up, get my work done, and then I'm done. But he eats, breathes, sleeps baseball. So all of this really was expected. I mean, all of his success, he's earned it. He earns it every single day he wakes up, really. And I was able to go to his Rookie of the Year last year. And to watch him win the Cy Young this year, I mean, it was crazy. He's stacking them up. He's on pace to be a Hall of Famer. And I can say I was a teammate with a Hall of Famer. That's crazy.
Pretty awesome, man. You're on your way as well. By the way, I know you're in Durham. I'm looking at I always like to do this. I'm looking at the roster. Andrew Stevenson's in Durham.
He was there for a little bit. He ended up going back to, I think he went to Japan.
Okay, so you all didn't overlap?
No, we were there at the same time. Yeah, he was there for, I'd say, about a month or two. We were playing together, and that was crazy. I mean, like when I saw his name in the locker room, and I saw him sitting there, I was like, man, this is kind of weird, because obviously I was teammates with his little brother, and seeing him there, I mean, it was just like a whole 360 for me. It was awesome.
Jake Mangum, Hunter Stovall. I mean, y'all get any trash talk in the locker room at all?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
let's go.
Obviously, Mississippi State wasn't really comparing to the Tigers last year, but so I was kind of winning that trash talk a little bit. But I was in college when Mississippi State did win their national championship, so they let me hear that a little bit, that I let them do that. But no, there wasn't too much they could say last year. I mean, we were the best team in baseball.
Trey Morgan. Hey, I'd love to catch up as always, man. Happy for all your success. By the way, the skills camp again is coming up December 22nd and 23rd. The link is in Trey's Instagram bio, Trey Morgan, Morgann, because some chump stole just Trey Morgan with one N. So get at Trey Morgan on Instagram if you want to check it out. The link's in the bio. We got it up there as well as a QR code if you want to sign up. But sign up your kiddos at LaSalle Park in Metairie, 9 to noon, December 22nd, 23rd. Hey, man, we'll keep reminding people as we get closer to it and hope to catch up again down the road, man. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. You too. Happy holidays.
It's our pleasure. That is Trey Morgan, all-time great for the Tigers, making his way through minor league ball. Got at the AAA this past year. We'll see him in the show soon. We're looking forward to it. Again, check out that skills camp coming up in December. All right, it's After Further Review. You used to do Tigers and the Pros. Speaking of, next.
After Further Review.
REV, let's rev, let's rev, let's rev, rev, let's rev.com, let's rev.com. Internet, home automation, cable, they can do all of it. One place, Rev. And I love with Rev, and I'm a customer. Before I endorsed them, we were customers before we endorsed them. Here at Guarantee, we are Rev customers here at Guarantee Media. At Parrish Construction and Roofing, we are Rev customers. Actually, Rev did a TV commercial at Parrish where I think it was Terrio on the commercial talking about Parrish using Rev. They're awesome. All of the things you need, high-speed internet, backed by an all-fiber network, local service, 90 years in business in South Louisiana, exceptional customer service, faster internet, backed by the power of a all-fiber network. Y'all, just have a better experience. REV. Let's rev.com. Let's rev.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades. But our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Wrapping up hour number 2, we are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Remember, big Black Friday specials going on. Best prices of the year. Check them out at yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. If you've been thinking about HRT or maybe some of the other non-pharmaceutical options for all the things that I've told you about, from gut health and muscle recovery from injury, libido, anxiety, so many different ways that you can feel your best and live your best life. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Check them out on Black Friday. Yourgoodwood.com. All right, Muso, Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
It's widely expected that Joe Burrow would make his return for the Bengals Thanksgiving night against the Ravens. That is all but a certainty now, as today Cincinnati activated Joe Burrow, who's been dealing with a toe, off of injured reserve.
He doesn't have a toe anymore?
He does not have a toe anymore.
Love to hear that.
The surgery fixed the toe. Burrow has not played since week 2, but again, activated off of IR here on Wednesday. Will make his return Thanksgiving night against the rival Baltimore Ravens. Brian Thomas Jr., update for him. He is day-to-day. Remember, he's returning from an ankle injury. He has missed the Jaguars' last 3 games, but was limited in practice on Wednesday. See if he can make his return. Will Campbell, officially placed on IR as of Wednesday. Mike Vrabel confirming that to reporters, so he will miss the next 4 games. He's dealing with a knee. Again, not season-ending, but this was kind of the plan that they would move him to injured reserve. And then Jaden Daniels, we have an update there. Daniels returned to practice on Wednesday for the Washington Commanders. He's dealing with that left elbow. Of course, he has not played in the last 2 games after dislocating that elbow on Monday Night Football. Not expected to play against the Broncos. And then Trenton Watford, 8 points a night ago with a rebound and an assist. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by South Point Volkswagen and South southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. They'll be open on Black Friday, and Sign Then Drive is going on. Y'all, we're approaching the end of the month. End of the month generally is the best time to go shop for a new vehicle because you can always get great deals at the end of the month. Got to move some inventory, and Sign Then Drive going on. It's Volkswagen Deal Days. Y'all go take advantage of them. 0.9% for 60 months on Atlas. That's like 5 years. And, of course, Sign Then Drive. Zero down, zero due at signing, no first month's payment, no security deposit. Just sign your name and drive away in a brand new Volkswagen from South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland, southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? All right, y'all. We got hour number 3 staring you straight in the face. Interesting scenario unfolding for Ole Miss in the college football playoff. We'll dive into that and Russ Mitchell in 20 minutes.
AFR.
Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Make sure you get by Rouse's tonight or on Thanksgiving Day until 2 p.m. I want to remind you, Rouse's will be open on Thanksgiving Day until 2 p.m. So if you forget anything for Thanksgiving dinner, you can go get it on Thanksgiving Day, or maybe you have an order ready to pick up, but by now you already know that. You can go get it on Thanksgiving Day at Rouse's until 2 p.m. Rouse's.com. Also worth mentioning, all of your wines and bourbons and beers. They got everything over at Rouse's to help make your holiday celebration a little more festive. If you need all the trimmings for Thanksgiving, remember, Rouse's can help you out with all of it. Anything you miss, your dinner rolls, your sides, your cranberry, your everything. They got just everything. Pies at their bakery, table settings at their floral department. They're just the best. Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home.
Trust isn't given. It's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Attention diesel mechanics. River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google, based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. First NBA Cup game of the day on ESPN. The Pistons, winners of 13 straight, and the Celtics knotted up at 35 in the second quarter. NFL, Eagles running back Saquon Barkley on the injury report ahead of Friday's game against the Bears with a groin injury. It's been a rough second season in Philly for Barkley. 684 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Unsportsmanlike co-host Chris Canty.
And until the Eagles can get right with being able to run the football, that offense is going to continue to be uneven. They are a run-first team. When you start talking about the identity of the Philadelphia Eagles, that's who they are. They major in running the football. But your running game is going to be inconsistent if you continue to do the same things and not necessarily get the productivity that you had in the past.
Chiefs right guard Trey Smith, tight end Noah Gray, cornerback Chris Roland Wallace out against the Cowboys tomorrow. Packers running back Josh Jacobs returns from a knee injury tomorrow for that critical NFC North showdown in Detroit. Lions center Frank Ragnow, 5 months after announcing his retirement, is unretiring and returning to Detroit. He should provide a boost to the O-line. First game back likely December 14th.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And oh, by the way, it's hump day.
It's hump day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Well, it's Wednesday. It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Hump day.
If you're working today, I'm sorry.
It's hump day.
If you're working tomorrow, I'm really sorry.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But fear not.
Hump day.
While I will be sitting and dining at a Thanksgiving table,
it's hump day.
I will be on Kiffin Watch. Kiffin Watch. It's all good news.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
10-second delays are normal in radio.
Hump day.
Todd Peterson.
Ted Peterson.
Do you hate me right now?
No. I hate you.
A little bit.
No, I don't
You
hate
mad
you.
at me?
It's hump day.
A little frustrated with me?
No. Do you want me to be?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You just looked a little distressed because I
Hump day.
called for Kiffin Watch. Kiffin Watch. There we go.
Hump day.
I'll be on Kiffin Watch tomorrow
It's hump day.
and Friday
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
and Saturday
It's hump day.
and every day until we know what he's going to do.
Hump day.
Russ Mitchell in 10 minutes.
It's hump day.
Oh, Russ is going to call, not on video today. He's driving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
He's driving for the holiday, I think.
Hump day.
I don't know where.
Okay, then. Well,
He said he's driving. I mean, he sent me a
It's
text.
hump day.
And then he said, for Week 14, why don't we bet each game and see who does better?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Why would I want to do that?
And how are you going to, bet what? Like money?
I don't know. I think he's saying, let's pick the games against the spread. Who does that? That's not why you're here, Russ. You're not here to pick the games against the spread.
He still has to collect on his last bet.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
And that was just straight up LSU and Vanderbilt.
Hump day.
Ooh, we get to go to Supper Club.
It's hump day.
He's got to come to Baton Rouge first.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, let's keep going. Speaking of, so obviously, given we're all locked into Kiffin Watch. Friday's going to be a massive day. The Egg Bowl will be at 11 a.m. in Starkville. I'll maintain as an LSU fan, if you want Lane Kiffin, you're cheering for Mississippi State. You want Ole Miss to lose that game, put their playoff hopes on life support. That's the surest way for Kiffin to be gone from Ole Miss on Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever. The complicating factor becomes they make the playoff and, he wants to stay. As we've talked about plenty. He wants to coach his team through the college football playoff. And Ole Miss is not going to let him do that. So they're not going to fire him, but he doesn't want to leave. And LSU's willing to wait. So it's like Spider-Man meme. They're pointing at each other. Nobody's really trying to act here. Nobody's pushing anybody to a decision. We have this up. Marler did this up at LouisianaSports.net earlier today. Went through the odds for all the SEC teams based on results this weekend to make the college football playoff. So currently, Ole Miss's odds to make the CFP currently are 87%. If they beat Mississippi State, it goes up to 99%. They beat Mississippi State, they're 11-1, they're in. But if Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State, their odds plummet to 41%. And then there's this. So the self-important dorks in the hotel ballroom in suburban Dallas debating things like defensive efficiency and game control put out their latest fake rankings, and they moved Ole Miss down a spot because of all this Lane Kiffin stuff. Well, some dork named Hunter Yurachek had the honor of going on television to explain this decision, which really just makes him the king of the losers. And this is what he said about the Kiffin saga factoring in.
We didn't have any discussion about Ole Miss and their coach. That was all about Oregon and their performance against USC. Their strength of schedule continues to climb. They've been dominant on the offense and defensive side of the ball, really good in special teams. And the committee had been waiting for them to have a signature win to really put them where we thought they deserved to be.
So the other big question is, would Lane Kiffin leaving impact Ole Miss? Because we know they can consider players or coaches that would affect the outcomes that are no longer there.
It is in the protocol, but I'm not sure we will have a data point to use that as part of the protocol.
What do you mean by that? That you won't have a data, meaning that you don't know what's going to happen with the coaching situation, or you will not have seen the team play without the coach?
Correct.
Which is correct? The latter?
We will not have seen the team play without. Yes, we would not have seen the team play without a coach.
I boycotted those rankings years ago. Have not. I can honestly tell you, hand on a stack of Bibles, have not watched that stupid ranking show in probably 5 years, or listen to anything these dorks say, and that's a big reason why. I mean, Reese Davis is trying to ask a simple question to some dork who doesn't even know what he's talking about. But the point being, that last point about the data point, that's their out to eliminate Ole Miss. That's it. Kiffin leaves. They'll say, we don't know what you look like without Lane Kiffin. So you're out if they lose. So it's boil it down. LSU fans, you want Lane Kiffin? The surest fire way to make sure he's gone, have them lose to Mississippi State. But I'm going to tell you, they lose to Mississippi. This is also one of the reasons what that guy just said, the self-important blowhard. One of the reasons a lot of people around Ole Miss wanted Lane Kiffin gone this week, they did not want him coaching this game, was this reason exactly. So that the committee would have a data point of Ole Miss with Joe Judge coaching them as their interim, so they could see if they beat Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, they could say, see, we went on the road with an interim coach, beat our rival, put us in, give us a home game. Because right now for Ole Miss, it's a several-pronged answer. It's, are you getting in? And then also, are you going to be ranked high enough if you're in to get a home game? Because Ole Miss keeps touting this economic survey. I've heard everybody over there say it. It's like $50, $70, $80 million, something like that economic impact they're projecting of a home playoff game in Oxford, which they're saying would be the biggest sporting event in the history of the state of Mississippi. So they want the home game. And this is shaping up to be the thing that prevents them from getting that, potentially. As much as I don't care about Ole Miss, if they have six, I want them to fail. I do feel badly for their players. I mean, you work really hard. You get to this point where you've had this great season, and on the precipice of the playoff and playing your rival, your coach is going to leave and really just unravel your season. It stinks for them. I do feel bad for those young people. Hey, we're brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door, siding. They do shutters too. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Energy efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank, vinyl siding, shutters too. Maybe as you move toward the holidays, this is the gift you're going to give to yourself, for your family. Replace those windows. As you get to the point where we're at the end of the year, it's going to be getting colder. You want to make sure that you keep your warm air in, the cool air out. It's going to be getting down in the 40s tonight, a low of 45 tonight. Tomorrow, the low is 40. You want to make sure that your home's more energy efficient, lower your energy bills, increase your resale value. You want Relief Windows. They're just the best. Windows, doors, siding. They do shutters too. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Okay, Russ Mitchell next on AFR.
AFR.
And we are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Hey, remember, Black Friday, great deals going on over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. They're going to have their Black Friday specials going on, which are going to be the biggest sale and biggest savings of the year. So if you want to talk about your GLP-1 weight loss programs, hormone replacement therapy like testosterone or Sermorelin, it's a great time to save over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. As I always say, lowest prices, never any contracts. What they are selling in a lot of instances, these are commodities. You can buy the same thing at a lot of different places. So why go to Goodwood? Well, they're convenient on Drusilla. They offer many different varieties. They have the best prices, never any contracts, and they're awesome people. YourGoodwood.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builders School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I received at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires. Russ! Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football! Rusty, come on up here. Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
It's like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
1 week to go in the regular season. Should prove to be eventful. Russ Mitchell's here. How are you?
Kicking tires, lighting fires, baby.
How excited are you for this weekend of football after last week's absolute abomination?
10 legit games after what is historically the worst weekend of football.
I know.
Every year after year. It's just so embarrassing as a sport. You know, we're the best sport. I even think we're better than the NFL, and then we throw that crap up every year at like the most important part of the season. It's just pathetic.
I mean, Georgia against Charlotte, Alabama against Eastern Illinois, Texas A&M against Samford. Like that's Auburn against Mercer. That it doesn't matter what weekend of the season it falls, Russ. That's always an abomination.
Like LSU versus Western Kentucky.
Yes. Oh. At least they're a G6, and you're not playing FCS schools out here. I mean. You look, I don't want to see it. I never want to see Power 4 G6 games. I want to see only Power 4 across the board. That's what I've always stumped for.
Yeah, I know. You and me both. Can we say that Western Kentucky had the best weekend in the SEC?
No.
No, because they're not. Well, then you'd have to give it to Vandy because I know it was Kentucky, but that was really impressive what they did to the Wildcats.
Yeah. What do you think, like what scenario would unfold for Vanderbilt? I know we talked about this a bit last week, for Vanderbilt to get in.
To the playoffs?
Yeah. They have to beat Tennessee, but what else do you think would have to happen?
You know, I think that you'd have to see, I think OU gets the 4th spot. So you'd have to see, and I think Bama's ahead of Vandy, so they've got to see either Oregon, Texas Tech, or Ole Miss have to lose. But even if even if they lose, which by the way they're not really playing the toughest of competition. Oregon plays Washington, Texas Tech plays West Virginia, Ole Miss plays State. And Bama's ahead of them, so then Bama would get that spot. They really need Notre Dame to lose to Stanford, and one of those other spots, because as I said, Bama will get that if it jumps up. So, and I don't think Notre Dame. You could spot Stanford 50 points, and I think Notre Dame's winning that game.
You're also a Heisman voter. We haven't talked at all yet, but there's a lot. Diego Pavi's mom was doing the Heisman pose. That clip went viral and all that stuff. What do you think about him as a Heisman contender?
Dude, first of all, when your mom's doing the Heisman pose, that's new. I've not seen that yet.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
That's new.
Mom in the stands doing the Heisman pose.
I mean, Grandma doing the Heisman pose is probably one notch higher.
Hanging out with Theo Vaughn, probably having a few toddies.
I think that was impressive. Look, Pavia just had such a spectacular game against Kentucky. 500 passing yards, set the single game passing records. Granted, it's at Vandy, but nevertheless, 5 touchdowns, 6 total. But he threw for 85% in the game, too. Kentucky's not that bad. They're not good, but they're not that bad. That was impressive what Pavia did. I think, I really, it's such a close match. You realize last year was one of the closest years ever. Genty was really close, but to Hunter. But I think this year is going to be really close as well.
Who else do you think would be in the running?
Well, I mean, you're looking at both quarterbacks out of the Big Ten. Although, go look at Ohio State's schedule this year. It's atrocious. Really, really a bad schedule. I find it difficult to consider giving the Heisman to either of those two quarterbacks. It's wide open right now. There's a number of names you could put in there. You could put in Love from Notre Dame. I think he is the best running back in the country. And have you seen that every 5 years? Did you see that stat about the Heisman?
Mm-mm.
It's a weird stat that every 5 years the Heisman goes to a running back.
Okay.
So 25, 2020, 2015, 2010. So who knows? Maybe it's Love.
Well, I mean, if you're going to fault Sayin for the Ohio State schedule, then the same has to be true for Julian Love at Notre Dame, because those are two just brutal schedules. You're right. I mean, look, Ohio State played Texas at the beginning of the season, which now we know is certainly the number one team in the country. The only other ranked teams are Illinois, and then this weekend against Michigan. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm with you, but same for Notre Dame.
Kind of hard to call them the number one team in America.
Yeah, they'll get tested. We'll see how it all plays out. Anything else from this past weekend in the SEC that caught your eye? I mean, it was just a miserable weekend.
Oh, Tennessee played well on the road against a bad Florida team. They finally snapped that first win in the swamp since 2003. I think the other thing, if you're not sold yet on the Oklahoma run defense, Hardy came in there with Bo playing quarterback for Missouri after putting up 300 yards on the ground the week before against State. Hardy rolled into Norman and only got 57 yards on, I think, something like 17 touches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was impressive. I thought he would do better, but OU stomped him.
Yeah, it turns out when they play legitimate defenses, he's just kind of okay. All right, I want to make sure we have plenty of time in the next segment to get to all the games. There's 10 games. So let me just get the Kiffin, Ole Miss, Mississippi State stuff out of the way right now. As it pertains to the Lane Kiffin saga, which apparently is nearing an end, or we all hope is nearing an end, thoughts as of now on Wednesday?
Well, I've actually been following you, which I think a lot of national guys are following you because
they're smart.
Everybody's saying the same thing. The only thing that I'll go back to is what we talked about last week, which is if you go to the two things, I would reiterate them. The first thing is there's a lot of chaos in college football right now with all the NIL talk. That's all going to settle, just like it always does. Anytime there's chaos, it's eventually it settles. It might take 3 or 5 or 6 years, but it'll settle. And when it does, the programs that always have an advantage because they've got bigger stadiums and more fans and more talent, the programs that always have an advantage will continue to have that advantage. And that's not Ole Miss. And to be honest, it's really not Florida. LSU's in that group. And the second thing is, you win championships at a place like Florida, there's already coaches, a hero before you. You win championships at Alabama, they'd say that's what we expect. You win 2 or 3 championships at LSU and you're a god. So if you're looking about setting a legacy, I heard you talking about what he said at his father's funeral on Monday. I think that was spot on.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the legacy that you can pass down as a successful coach at a place like LSU and the number of people you can reach, it is incrementally, exponentially greater for a 50-year-old man in Baton Rouge than in Gainesville or Ole Miss, and I would argue even Tuscaloosa right now.
How do you think that game goes Friday morning?
I know it's a distracted program and a distracted coach and a distracted state, but Ole Miss is much better than State. So I expect Ole Miss to win that game.
Okay. 7.5-point line. I don't know. There's a lot of people associated with Ole Miss that are really skittish about that one, just given everything that's transpired.
Yeah, there were a lot of Georgia people, including some coaches, who were skittish about the Mississippi State game before they rolled into there and opened up a can on them. So
I don't know. That was a layup cover on that one.
Hey, do you want to? Let's pick the games against the spread next segment, and we'll see who does better.
I thought you don't bet on children. Like you don't wait.
I'm betting on children this week.
It's just not worth doing. But okay.
So
okay. We'll pick the games against the spread. That's what we'll do. All right. Okay. We'll break it. We'll come back, and we'll Russ and I will pick the game. A noted sports handicapper, Russ Mitchell, and I will we'll pick the games against the spread. We come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty, agent225.com, agent225.com. Check them out online. Go to the website. Remember, if you're thinking about selling your home, the first thing you have to know is, well, how much is your home worth, right? Well, Darren can help you with that. He's going to sit down with you. He's got his guaranteed sale program. You're going to agree to a price and a deadline. And if Darren doesn't sell your home at that price by that deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash or he'll sell it for free. Yeah. And if you want to start by finding out how much your home is worth, Darren lets you do that on his website for free. It's agent225.com, agent225.com. There's a little tab that says home value. It's the bottom right of the homepage, or if you're on mobile, just scroll, you'll see it. Home value. Type in your address. Boom. In seconds, exactly what your home is worth using local market data. Agent225.com.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
Raising Cane's is our victory meal.
Football fans are some of the most dedicated fans in sports. It's a fundamental quality we share, and that fuels every single order of our hand-battered chicken fingers. Wherever there's football, there's Raising Cane's.
One love. Let's go.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home, with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builders School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
When you can't rely on technology.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, Russ is with us. 10 games involving SEC teams, rivalry weekend. We'll pick them here as we go. All right, we just talked about Ole Miss and Mississippi State, the Egg Bowl. Do you want to give a thumbnail preview of that one?
Hey, really quickly, my daughter wants to say something to you.
All right, let me hear it.
Okay.
Hey, Claire.
Go Tigers!
Let's go. See, that's called raising them right.
Well, the first thing she actually learned how to say was Boo Gators.
Boo Gators. I didn't know what we were going to get. I didn't know if we're getting Go Tigers or Boo Gators. And actually, both are appropriate today, as a matter of fact.
They are.
Okay, Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Ole Miss, State's going to want to make this ugly. They're going to want to turn it into a chaos game, which there's been many Egg Bowls that have turned into chaos. But, I don't think Kiffin's going to allow that. Both teams are average in sacks and tackles for loss, actually, from the defensive side. I don't think State is going to be able to do that. So I like Ole Miss.
So
I like Ole Miss minus, 7.5?
7.5. I will gladly take Mississippi State in the points. Nice. Georgia Tech. By the way, this is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yep. Georgia still has a shot at the SEC championship. They're not playing an SEC game this weekend, obviously, but a big opportunity for them for seeding.
I think you saw in the Texas game, right? They were able to hold Texas to 2 out of 12 on third down. A lot of that's because Texas can't run the ball well. Obviously, the Yellow Jackets can run the ball. If the defensive line if the defense stays disciplined, if Tech can't find seams with misdirection or screens, then I like Georgia. I think they are a disciplined defense, particularly here in November. I'd give the 13.5 and take the Bulldogs.
Same. Georgia's going to roll all over them. A&M is in Austin on the 40 acres. So A&M, when they're in the SEC championship game for the first time ever, Texas needs a win and a lot of help if they want to still keep their faint heartbeat of a college football playoff alive. But they could play a little bit of spoiler here against the Aggies. What do you think?
Yeah, I know Texas would love to play spoiler, but you are what your record says you are, and the Aggies right now are only allowing SEC opponents to convert 20% of the time on third down. I mean, it's shocking. The next Texas allows teams to convert 40% of the time. That's the delta between how good Texas A&M's defense is playing. Meanwhile, Texas's rushing offense, we talked about that against Georgia. Their rushing offense is near the bottom of the SEC. I don't care where the game is played. A&M will make them one-dimensional, and I like the Aggies.
Yeah, line's 1.5. A&M, Texas' offensive line stinks, and A&M's defensive line's really good. I agree. All right, Kentucky is at Louisville, and the Cardinals are a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, Louisville's going to attack vertically. And we saw what happened last week to Kentucky on the road playing against Pavia. I don't think Louisville's got that kind of quarterback, but I still expect them to be able to attack vertically and do well on play action. I like Louisville. I'd give the point.
So you're going to lay 3.5 there?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I rivalry game, the hook kind of scares me. I'd probably take Kentucky and the 3 just because of the hook. There's value there going over the key number of 3. Clemson and South Carolina. This one's in Columbia.
Do you think the Gamecocks defensive front will be able to put pressure and contain Clemson's quarterback in Williams-Brice?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't care about this game at all.
Clemson's won 3 straight. They looked okay. They actually protect their quarterback reasonably well. I like Clemson. They're getting 3.5, right? Here you go.
Correct.
So I'll take Clemson.
I think South Carolina wins and covers. I think Clemson stinks, but so does South Carolina.
The exact opposite of what you just said about the hook in a rivalry game.
Yeah, I know, but I think South Carolina is going to win by more than that. I don't think it comes into play.
Oh, fine.
Vanderbilt against Tennessee. Here you go, 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about matchups. I don't think this is a good matchup for Tennessee. We talked about Tennessee's pass defense. We've talked about it all year, right? It's actually gotten better as the season's gone along. In November, they're actually ranked 7th in the SEC. But I think that has more to do with the fact that they played a wounded Sooners quarterback, New Mexico State, and the Lagways. So,
the Lagways.
I don't have a lot of faith. Diago Pavia, he's on fire right now. Vandy can torch teams when it gets its split zone and tempo going. And that plays right into what Tennessee's going to want to do. They're going to want to put pressure from the edge to protect a weak secondary. And I think that Pavia is going to run that split zone like a pro, and he'll eat up Tennessee. I like how many points?
3.5. That you get the hook over the key number of 3.
Yeah, no, I like Vandy in this.
Yeah, 0.5 point there, getting the hook in the rivalry game. I got to take that.
Yep, I agree.
I just missed it because I just contradicted myself again. I just did it on 3 straight picks.
I
Anyway,
know, I'm trying not to embarrass you on your own show.
No, I'm doing it on purpose. No, I like Vanderbilt too. Missouri, Arkansas, Mizzou laying 2.5 at home. No, I'm sorry. That's in Fayetteville.
It's in Arkansas. Yeah, I protect the quarterback. If Missouri can protect their quarterback, I expect Arkansas to make mistakes, and Missouri's got the better coach, so I like the Tigers.
Yeah, same. Missouri can run the football too, and Arkansas is just miserable. So I'll take Mizzou. I'll lay the 2.5. And by the way, the game always it's weird because that game means more to Mizzou. Like the stupid Golden Boot thing means more to Arkansas. They resent the Missouri thing, and Missouri cares a lot about that. And I agree. I like Missouri. Florida State, Florida.
Yeah, this is hard, man. I mean, if you look at Florida's season narrative, they can win at home, they can score in the red zone, but they give up big chunks on defense. Well, Florida State is top 10 in the nation in big plays. 10, 20, 30, 40, top 10 in all those categories. So the problem is they're terrible, Florida State, stopping opponents in the red zone. So I think Florida will score when they get there. So they're at home. So I'll say they're at home, and since they're at home, I'll give them – they weren't last week when Tennessee won, but I'll give them the nod. And I think – is Florida giving points in this game?
They are. Florida's laying 1.5.
Oh, that's terrible.
Florida State's terrible too.
I'm going to take Florida, give 1.5, and they're going to win by 1.
Florida State needs a win for bowl eligibility, so they do have a little motivation there. But I agree with you. Florida's a terrible team, and it looks like they've quit. But they are at home, rivalry game. I'll take Florida. I'll lay the 1.5. And then Iron Bowl, Bama at Auburn, 6.5 is the number.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point we know who's going to play quarterback, right? So it's going to be Daniels, not Knight, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything today?
Nothing that I've seen different. I think they're like the reason that they sat Daniels last week was to preserve the red shirt, but he's going to play this week.
I mean, and by the way, Knight is not Cam. Cam is bigger than Jamarcus Russell when he played at Auburn. Cam is bigger than me. Like I had to look up to that guy. He's ridiculously big. Knight's not that big, but I don't think Bama's going to be able to run the ball in Jordan-Hare. I think that Auburn's going to get some shots offensively, but I think it'll be Daniels playing, and he's terrible. So I like Alabama.
Oh, you're taking Bama?
I'll give the 6. I'd take Bama, give the 6.5.
Oh, I'm picking Auburn. I think Auburn might even win that game. You're going to give me 6.5 at home at Jordan-Hare in a rivalry game. Bama's not that good. Like
hey, Moose, mark the tape, Moose.
People keep respecting the logo, but that's a team that is not good on either line of scrimmage, and Auburn's defensive front is really good, and they're going to make it miserable for Bama to try to move the ball. Like, that place is going to be hell on earth at night at Jordan-Hare.
And Ashton Daniels is terrible.
That's fine. And, I actually don't agree with you. And so is Bama's defense. So we'll agree to disagree. We'll see. Give me points. You give me points at home in a rivalry game, I'll take it. Okay. And then LSU and Oklahoma.
Do you think your offensive line is going to be able to buy time?
No.
No. Then,
No. I don't know if LSU's getting a first down in this game.
They're the best scoring and rushing defense in the SEC.
Bro.
You couldn't score on the worst scoring
They
defense.
couldn't score on Western Kentucky, who is ninth in CUSA. What are we talking about?
I've been to this stadium several times. It's not that great, actually.
Okay.
It's not.
I've never been.
It's there's no space. You're like right on the field, and it's a brick wall, which I am not a big fan of. And it's not as loud as it's really not that good of a stadium. I like the ambiance. I like the fans, but from a visiting team, it's not like going into Nashville going into Knoxville or going into the swamp or going into a proper SEC stadium. But I think Oklahoma wins by 700. So
LSU's not going to score. I mean, this is going to be heinous. Oklahoma, big.
Hey, can I say something really quickly?
Yeah, of course.
So every year, this week, you and I, we take 2 seconds just to say that, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to you, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Everybody there. And, if you've ever gone hungry, you know how hard that is. And I guarantee there are people listening to this that don't have a lot of food, and you've got neighbors who don't have a lot of food. I 100% guarantee that. So if you could take just a couple seconds to leave some extra food at a food bank or help out a neighbor or do something like that, I know I'd appreciate it, and I know a lot of other people would too. So that we got hungry neighbors, and I just wanted to say that.
Well said. I know you do it every year, and you're right to remind us all of that, because we do give thanks, and we're grateful for all that we do have. And it is important to remember those who maybe don't have and who are struggling at this point. So that's a great point. So, there's a lot of great food banks here in Baton Rouge, the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, St. Vincent de Paul, lots of places, or whatever community you live in, if you can donate to your food bank. So Thanksgiving is a great reminder of a time to do that. So
everybody have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy this weekend. It's a wonderful weekend of football.
Happy Lane's Giving.
Keep your fingers crossed. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. We'll see you. That is Russ Mitchell. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills, Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. They always got great promotions going on at Shaw Bills, which we tell you about all the time. Remember, if you want to get their holiday hours, you can go to the website, ShawBillsTire.com. Go to their Facebook page, Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service on Facebook, all their social media. You can see it there. But listen, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are going to be getting on the road. Maybe at some point during this holiday, you end up with a little car trouble. You bring it on into Shaw Bills, name brand tires at wholesale prices. And, of course, they treat you like family, which keep you coming back year after year after year after year after year after year, like I do. It's an amazing job how they create so much loyalty because they just treat people right. It's amazing what good customer service can do in an era where it feels sort of like a from a bygone era. Shawbills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling. Okay, y'all, it is after further review, and we're glad to have you hanging out with us here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. No show tomorrow, obviously, for Thanksgiving. We're also off on Black Friday, so we were not going to be back here on radio until Monday, which could very well be a very transformative day in the history of LSU football if this weekend goes like many are anticipating it will. But like we've said, the qualifier from the very beginning, while this looked early like this was going to be Florida, things last week when on last Monday, Lane Kiffin visited Baton Rouge, and all throughout last week, things very clearly shifted to LSU to the point now where everything is pointing to LSU. It's just, can you get it across the finish line after Friday heading into this weekend? So we'll all watch the Egg Bowl on Friday morning at 11 a.m. with great urgency and anticipation. My guess is, of course, if Ole Miss loses that game, it just shoves Kiffin even more quickly to Baton Rouge, and hopefully we do have an answer sometime on Saturday, as Keith Carter said we should in the statement they released last Friday. So we will be. Look, I'll be on my Locked on LSU podcast all throughout the holiday. So if you want to keep up there, you can. And any relevant news, make sure you're following us on all of our social medias at 1045 ESPN. All right, final break of the show. We'll come back, and Jimmy will be here for Otterlocks. Stick around on AFR.
AFR.
As we head into the Thanksgiving holiday and with so much to give thanks for, maybe you're also starting to look ahead to Christmas and starting some of your Christmas shopping. Well, how about you start Christmas shopping at DuplessisBuilders.net? Matt, you can't buy a pool on a website. Yeah, you can. At DuplessisBuilders.net. It's this easy. Look, they can do any type of custom pool you want, no matter how elaborate resort-style pool, they do it all. I mean, they've done, look at some of the pictures of their work, gorgeous resort-style pools, enormous, elaborate work. They can do it all. They have, if you go to the homepage of their website, they have a tab that says Pick Your Pool. You can do this for their outdoor kitchens as well. So pick your pool and pick your outdoor kitchen. Pick your pool, and they have 11 designs. They're already designed. You just click the one you like the best, and then you just go in and pick your finishes, like whatever features you want as your finishes. And then, boom, you can even pay for it right on the website. You want to be swimming come springtime? Start today. DuplessisBuilders.net.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Every winner knows a great play starts with a solid game plan and the right team by your side. At Sunshine, we're here to keep your operation running strong. From tractors to harvesters, we've got the John Deere equipment you need to tackle every job with confidence. Because when the work's done right, there's more time for the things that matter, like cheering on your favorite team. Make Sunshine Quality Solutions part of your playbook this season and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts, and of course Black Friday they'll have their big sale going on. Before we get to Jimmy, just a little bit of breaking news here. Ross Dellinger on Twitter just a bit ago. Brian Kelly has received a formal termination letter from LSU dismissing him without cause. School says it will pay the required buyout, $54 million over 6 years, as long as Kelly meets his obligation to find another job. As Ross says and notes, the letter details Kelly's responsibility to mitigate the buyout. That includes making good faith, reasonable, sustained efforts to obtain employment. Kelly is also expected to maintain reasonable documentation of his job search, including interviews, offers, per the letter. So Brian Kelly fired without cause. That saga is over, and now they move on to their pursuit of Lane Kiffin. All right, Jimmy's here. Otter, how are you?
I'm good, brother.
Oh, wait, sorry. I missed the open. Hit the Otter Locks open. Sorry.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Hey, I want to ask you, because I saw this earlier, it was interesting. What would the point spread value be on Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin?
Oh, you saying with or without?
Yeah, so if Kiffin didn't coach them, what would the variance be?
Yeah, so I would say it'd be about 2 points, and Matt, I would put it myself on 4 points.
Okay, I think 4 is the number I saw. Okay.
Because, Vegas is very, very, they're guarded against overreacting. And I'll never forget when Ryan Perrilloux got kicked off the team. It was in the spring or summer, and we went to Bruce Marshall and some other guys in Vegas. And what's the difference? They're like, nothing. Well, I'm like, we know it's a big difference. I mean, but I'm talking about the actual Vegas number is like 2, and we saw that go from 9.5 to 7.5 when they with distractions, or maybe there was a chance he wouldn't coach. But I would say 2, but I would say it's a bigger impact than that. I think he's at the top of the list as far as his impact on the game, as far as game management and everything else.
You like State in the points tomorrow or Friday?
I took Ole Miss not to make the playoffs plus 1120, so I'm invested.
Oh wow! Okay.
My that is tripled. I can buy out for triple because I thought, there was a chance he might not coach it. They're so much better, but it's a rivalry. It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't. Matt, I could give a strong argument for either side. I really don't know.
Okay. All right. I know there's no football tonight, which is weird, but what are we looking at tonight, or if you got anything for the NFL tomorrow?
39 straight days, Hanny. Come on.
That?
How much do you need?
How about that? I need football every day.
Tennessee, the Volunteers, they're really good. My biggest, I hated this guy, Ziegler, for so many years there. They've upgraded considerably at point guard. They're going to defend. Kansas is still without their best scorer, who's going to be a top 5 pick, maybe the first pick overall. They've done well without him, but Tennessee minus the points, they look great right now. We're going to take them minus the 6.5 or 7.5, whatever you're looking at right there.
7.5.
Okay, St. John's against Auburn. We're going to go against Auburn again in the Vegas tournament. So 5.5, I think, is roughly the number there.
4.5.
And we're going to ride with Michigan. I'm sorry, against Michigan this time. We're going Gonzaga. Gonzaga is probably the best team right now. I've always told Charlie this, like, because their conference
1
is so
minute
weak,
remaining.
This is their emphasis of their attention. They're really sharp right now, much, much sharper than most teams. They're playing like it's mid-February right now. We're going with Gonzaga against Michigan. Tomorrow, Detroit, Dallas, and Baltimore. Sorry about that, Joe Burrow.
Okay. Detroit, Dallas, and Baltimore in the 3 NFL games tomorrow. Off tomorrow on Friday?
We're on Friday. Black Friday from
that's right. I'm
Rufino's.
sorry.
So-
That's right. Off tomorrow,
Yeah.
Black Friday at Rufino's, gift cards, all the good stuff over there.
Black Friday egg bowl. Come on by.
Oh, man. I may just do that. We'll see. Go
Gobble,
get my Christmas
gobble,
tree
gobble.
and then come
Thank you, Matt.
celebrate Lane's giving. Happy Thanksgiving, Otter. Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
All
Good
right.
luck.
We're getting on down the road. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving, man. Everybody just be safe. Take care of each other. Thanks for being part of us every single day. Muse Pollock, thanks, y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you back Monday.
After further review,
Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's OLOLRMC.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU together, we roar when you watch the athletes there, the world-class athletes at LSU. It's amazing to see all the great work that they do, but the Championship Health Partner, those world-class physicians that take care of the LSU athletes on the field. And it's not just me saying it. How about this? The Leapfrog Hospital Safety Grade, Our Lady of the Lake got 6 straight A's in patient safety. It's incredible. You read more about it on their social media. If you search Our Lady of the Lake, you'll see it. But 6 straight A's in patient safety from the Leapfrog group. Giant leaps in patient safety. It matters to them at Our Lady of the Lake.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Raising Cane's is our victory meal.
Football fans are some of the most dedicated fans in sports. It's a fundamental quality we share, and that fuels every single order of our hand-battered chicken fingers. Wherever there's football, there's Raising Cane's.
One love. Let's go.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Attention diesel mechanics. River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985 479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.